see. I think we're live. Go check it out on YouTube. It's bit.ly/rad-yt.
bit.ly/rad.what?
-YT.
Live stream. Yeah.
All right. How delayed is it? I'm gonna zoom in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's way delayed, huh?
Yeah.
Just did it?
No, it still hasn't zoomed in.
Oh shit.
There we go. Just
Damn. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Look at this though. This thing's got a thing like this. Watch this. Did it work? No. No, I don't think it worked. It didn't work. No. Did I miss something? There you go. That's it.
there it is.
I'm gonna have so much fun right now. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go hop in there. Actually, dude, maybe we just Zoom while doing this, just in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Might as well, so that way you and I can chat.
Yeah. I would say, is it good YouTube, Zoom, and TikTok?
Probably not. My computer's probably about to blow up. So, all right, save Joey. I'm going live. Man, isn't this like my heart's pumping right now, right?
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I muted the YouTube because it's so far behind.
You really? Okay.
I'm curious to see if it's more or less than.
Hey. Yeah. All right. We've got some good news for everybody just joining. If you want a higher quality stream, I'm officially on YouTube streaming live as well, so you can see my Figma file in better view. So for all of you just joining, head to bit.ly/ here, I'm gonna type it out. How do I type? There you go. Head to bit.ly/rad-yt. There you go.
I stuck it in the chat too.
I beat you. Cool. So, what's Joey gonna get into today? Let's find out. Shit. All right, we're getting set up. Choo. Yeah. Okay. I've got some elevator music. Yes. We're doing this. Okay. Oh, I keep getting phone calls while I'm here. Yeah. Okay. Let's design, everybody. So, yes, where we left off this morning on our live stream, we did. Okay, so we've got Holy Joey's set. We cleaned up the shapes and accessories. We got them all into symbols. That way, we're gonna be able to kind of reuse these a little bit better. Yeah, yesterday we went, we got pride flag skins and we got bandanas. We're looking at doing some, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm catching up to myself. Basically, so in this live, what we're hoping to tackle is we're hoping to wrap up the home screen. In that, we're gonna fix all of these notifications. We're gonna finalize the style, and we're also going to write out a bunch of new ones. We're also gonna wrap up the expenses screen, and then yeah, from there we'll dive on into savings. We started that a little bit yesterday, so start a weight loss tracker app. That's cool. I'm down. I had done a fitness app about 10 years ago, and it went okay, but it's a really tough industry to do right. So I guess if you have anything in mind, maybe honestly, it's funny, this Joey thing. It's one of those things that like maybe it could work for anything, right? Like we could probably put this in Task-Tree and it'll work just fine, So honestly, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. how do we fit this everywhere? So maybe eventually we'll go make a fitness app and put Joey in it somehow. But yeah, when will it be rolling out? We're looking. We're setting up dev. Not setting up. Sorry, we're mapping out development. We started this whole thing like 3 days ago, so it's going to be a little bit before we get everything all the way through. But I think that like probably by August we'll have a beta. So don't hold me to that, but I think that's it's a safe bet. So yes, yeah. So as Scott just said, you can go to this link to go to the Figma file, and also you can go to this link to go to view the live stream as well. It goes to our YouTube channel. So I'm actually gonna like write these out because I go to this thing a lot. So will it be free? Yes. Basically everything, all of our apps are gonna be free to download, but we'll essentially every once in a while we're gonna ask you if you can pay, and you can choose not to if you want. So yeah. So okay, so this is live stream. Clerical stuff, am I right? Alright. Boom. Figma link. Cool. Waitlist. SaveJoey.com. Cool. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go do some real work. So when we left off this morning, we got a lot of like clerical work done. Kind of basically, we kind of were mapping out all of the different accessories, getting them rigged up into symbols, so that way we can kind of make large scale changes more easily in the future. So like what is Figma? Oh, sorry. So yeah, this is the design software Figma that you're looking at right now. And yeah. Oh, you're trying Task-Tree? That's cool. Yeah. By the way, everybody, if you don't know, we have another app called Task-Tree. It's an ADHD to-do list app, and it will be coming to we're gonna be like pausing development on it in a few weeks because we're moving on to Joey. So and the Digital Closet app as well. So but yeah, a lot of new features coming this week. Also, I made this animation this morning. And I just want to show everybody. Isn't that fun? So yeah, so this is kind of how it's gonna be. Like your Joeys are gonna go like back and forth. They're gonna bobble through the water, and then your holy Joeys who you sacrificed in order to make upgrade your structures. Yeah, those will be there. And then also there's the ghost Joey down there. So Figma is not a development tool. It is just a design software. So basically what we're doing is we're just mapping out all the features that are going to go into the app right now, that we're designing it, and then we're going to go build it kind of thing. So, but yeah, basically Figma is free to use and download. I think if you have like multiple projects, what is this, Scott? I think it's like 10 projects, like folders you have to pay or something. It's something like that. So, but you can pretty much use it for free for a while if you're working on yourself, like on your own. But if you have like a team like we do, then we've got a bunch of files. So you want to see all of our files on our Figma? This is like all of our folders for all of our projects and client stuff. And then in that this is like the file browser kind of thing. So, but yeah, cool. What do you use to make the app? So we develop custom. So we use what's called Flutter for our front end. Basically, that allows us to build out into iOS and Android. And then we use a back end. We're using Firebase. So how do you spell the other app for the ADHD? Task Tree. Task Tree. You see that? Task Tree. There you go. Some people think that it's task free, but it's actually Task Tree. So, yeah. Cool. Do you have Android or iOS? I can send you the link. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Today was honestly, this whole week has been crazy busy in an awesome way, and so I'm so excited to do this. And like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny, Task Tree was such a big eye-opening thing for me, but then like we're only a few months removed from that, and here we are like still. I don't know. This is even cooler than Task Tree, like how all this is happening. So I just realized that we need to make a Holy Joey symbol, so I'm gonna hop in there and start designing. What was the color that we used? Am I planning to release the app? Yes. So we're all this started really recently. Like 2 days ago, I think was when we did the first live stream that turned into the Joey. And so development is still a little bit of a question mark right now. Because it's like so early, so soon. I think I actually saw Dylan in here. Dylan's one of our developers. So Dylan might be able to tell you better. But yeah, I think that we're probably going to be looking at starting development on this next week, and then from there it'll probably be 4 to 6 weeks before a beta comes out. Maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say a date yet. So the biggest thing will be like really like this app's going to require a lot of like fun animations and stuff. And so, like, that's probably going to be the hardest thing about development in this project. But we'll see. We'll see. So we're using Firebase for the backend on Task Tree, but we're planning on flipping over to AWS for this app, and maybe even for Task Tree eventually we'll flip that as well to it. What do you think about that Halo, everybody? Do you think it's too close? I think it's a little close. I think you found it. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can also search Rad Collab. Basically the name in the App Store is called Task Tree by Rad Collab. So, yeah. Should the Halo be connected to the ear somehow? I don't think. No, that was stupid. Any pointers on getting started into app development? So I would say learn a language and do it. Like, start building a project of your own as soon as you can, because every tutorial video, this goes for design too. Every tutorial video that you follow is gonna leave you thinking, yeah, I could probably recreate that, but can you really? It wasn't for me. It wasn't until I started actually like applying the real like development and design stuff that I was doing. It wasn't until I started doing that it really became something that I could call on without thinking about it. So, yeah. We'll just link to PayPal. So we're thinking of using this service called Plaid is the name. It's like an API. We haven't really looked into it too much, but it's an API that like all of the budgeting apps use. It handles a lot of the security for us and connects to your bank accounts. So you could do that, or you can choose to skip that and then manually add your income and your expenses. Do you watch YouTube comments? Shit, no, I'm not. Let's see. Oh, wow, okay. We got some people in here, huh? That's cool. Okay, Thanos is in there. Dylan's in there. Hermes, you're watching both. Okay. TikTok's earlier? Okay. Cool. Pod used with most major budget apps. Simple and easy. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely need to figure out security and like really legalities too. Like, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of regulatory stuff that we need to like make sure that we're handling well. So that's my biggest concern with the app. It will be available in New Zealand, yes. So all of our apps will be launched globally. Yeah, I guess, actually, I take that back. This one might be one that we roll out a little bit because, well, I don't know. So Plaid, they do a lot of the banking connections, but, we might not have international banks like right away, or I don't know. I guess, don't hold me to that. But so good news is one of our developers, Ted, he lives in the UK, so we'll probably get European banks pretty quick too. So yeah, it'll definitely be available in Canada. So we use Plaid, well worth it. You can also check out Teller.io. Okay, cool, nice ad, bruh, nice ad. Chroma Bill. Okay, so we got Holy Joey. Let's go do. Oh, okay. Actually, shoot, I just realized that we need to make a new variation. So on Figma, you can set up you can rig up prototype, or sorry, you can rig up symbols over here. So basically, what we've got, so like this is fully grown teenager, baby, and tadpole, right? So you can see that fully grown baby, teenager, tadpole. Holy Joey. So we should actually make a new type of property, which would be called life status, I guess. So inside of that, we're gonna call it alive, and then there's gonna be holy, sacrificed, sacrifice. No, we'll call it holy. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. We got the variants right. All right. Gonna drop that. There you go. We did it. Okay. Awesome. So now we got to make those for all of them. Because yeah, you might end up sacrificing a teenager. Things you say on a TikTok live. So for those of you who weren't on any of the other lives, there is going to be sacrifices in this app. Essentially, how it works is, yeah. So we're going to allow you to upgrade a structure. You know that little castle that's involved right here. This little castle. So that castle is going to be upgradable, and you can change it. We were talking this morning about making a palm tree as well. So you know what? I think I might go design some of that after I wrap up here. But yeah, in order to upgrade it and change it, you're going to need to you're going to sacrifice one of your Joeys. But yeah, we haven't figured out like the value of a Joey. I guess. So, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens in this live, When can you download? Yeah, hoping for a, I don't know. Dylan or Ted. Give me a date. Give me a thought. I'm not going to hold you to it. Dylan and Ted are our developers, by the way. I think they're... At least one of them's in here, right? Yeah, so we are going to try to avoid, at all costs, we're going to try to avoid the freemium stuff. Yeah, how the live going to last? The live I'll probably be on for another hour, so yeah. But take the mad emoji away from the dead Joey, please. Okay, we'll go do it. Why? But the Joey is mad at you for killing him. Them. Bye. Angry. I'm really stressed with this lifted off my shoulders. That's super cool. I'm glad that I was able to make an impact. Okay, yeah. I forgot to get back to the question around payments. So yeah, so we're gonna try to avoid freemium model stuff. Basically, with Tastry, we kind of put it out there on a limb that put ourselves on a limb because we allowed fully open, fully free. And it's just like you get asked every once in a while if you can support. It's been working out really well. We've been getting a lot of support, and really, if it keeps up, we'll be able to make it through and keep doing this kind of thing. So So anyways, all signs are pointing to yes, that it will be free, and it's completely pay what you can, even if it's zero kind of thing. So yeah. I love. Should Holy Joey tadpoles even be sacrificable? Yes, probably, right? Okay, so we need to figure out the value system around sacrifices, because will be optional for weekly, monthly budgets. Oh, that's a cool idea. So my only thing with doing weekly and monthly, like sticking to weekly or monthly, is like I like the weekly because a lot of stuff will be happening, a lot more you'll have more Joeys becoming born, and a lot more Joeys dying if you don't do it. So it'll allow you to kind of like rectify your bad spending behavior more often, I think, than doing a monthly. So, but what do you all think about that? Maybe we could set it. Weekly or monthly as well. Definitely not yearly. Yearly's too long. I just realized we don't have an eye for the tadpole Joey. Okay. All right. So now we've got all the Holy Joeys. Time to go make the Ghost Joeys. Hey Scott, I'm gonna hop off Zoom. My computer's running tough. All right. Cool. You only get paid once a month, so do we budget? Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, so how you can do it then is like, and this is how I think we're gonna do it is. For everybody, it's gonna scan your your bank. If you link up your bank, it's gonna scan the bank, and then it's going to give you the option of overriding a suggested budget. Like it'll say, okay, I don't know. Let's say you make $4,300 a month because it's 4.3 weeks per month. So then basically you'll get $1,000. Budget minus expenses. So whatever your monthly expenses are, it'll give you the difference, right? And then so you could say, well, I don't know, like I do kind of make money quarterly as well or something, so let me just add a pot a little bit. You'll be able to override it, and so that way you can be living off of monthly payments, but budget monthly that gets dispersed into weekly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, working national, yes. Tax section. Basically, Joey explains how to do tax. That's cool. I like that idea. Hey, so I just wanted to confirm. Are we gonna allow tadpole Joeys to become a ghost? Because, I don't know. I feel like that could get messy. But maybe not. I think so. I think we'll allow. I've decided we're gonna allow it. So cool. All right. So we've got our Joey. So now, it might be confusing what was just happening. So let me just kind of walk through what that translates to. What I was just rigging up on Figma. Now if I take this. So look, we've got phase, fully grown, life status, alive. So I'm gonna flip this around, right? So I'm gonna turn into a baby. Okay, now it's a baby. Now it's a teenager. Now it's a tadpole. Okay, now it's a holy tadpole. Now it's a holy ghost. No, sorry, a ghost tadpole. There you go. There you go. You see, so now what that's going to allow us to do is say that for some reason we want to change the ghost to a different color, right? Here we go. So you can see this one's the one that's connected to these symbols. So now, let's say that the ghost is red. Right? Look, it updated. So basically it's going to make this. What I just did was it future-proofs our designs, because if we want to go rework Joey again in any way, we can change all the Joeys to be whatever we need them to be. So, but yeah, let's get back to taxation stuff. My only concern with taxes are that, you know, I think legally we have to have like certified financial planners and stuff like that to be able to offer real financial advice, you know? Like, I guess we need to kind of still talk to lawyers and figure all that stuff out, because, like, you know, what we're going to offer is a plan, or sorry, a plan that you create, right? That you can track and keep up to date for yourself. But we're not going to say, hey, you know, like, you know, if you pay this card more than that, you know, like once we start doing that, it becomes financial advice, I think. I'm not a lawyer, so. Hey, Scott, did you turn this off? What happened here? Where did it go? I guess, what do we think about this bowl? Do we like it without the black border? What do y'all think? It's kind of cool. It's that or this. You realizing you were building a Tamagotchi that we can take care of by not spending money. Is it still only wireframes? No, so this is definitely beyond wireframes. We're definitely now into design phase. So basically wireframes would be like, you know, it would be so low fidelity, we would just like make a circle and say this is a Joey and it's gonna move around inside of this thing, you know. Yeah, I think it needs a frame too. I'm with you. Cool. Okay. So I'm really quickly gonna go. You know, I just realized that the sizing on these Joeys are different. They're different. So I think we need to make a third layer. Yeah, we do. Okay. Make an optional to buy with in-game money to customize your bowl. Okay, that's cool. Well, hold up, Wells Cameron, because we are. Do you know about sacrifices? Because sacrifices is going to be a big part of the game. Is this a game? What are we calling this? This is an app, right? What is it? I don't know. Anyways, sacrifices are going to be a big part of the game because it's like a whole mechanic around managing how much Joeys you have in your bowl, and also will be the actual thing that turns into like how you change stuff, change your structure around. That's the word. Change the structure around. Okay, so we now have a properly sized Joey. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Let's go. Oh, I forgot to add the angel wing. Oh no, shit. Okay. I've got a lot of things I need to undo. I made an error way back long ago. There you go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're back. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna clean this file up a lot right now. because it's a mess. We've already got symbols for all of these. Oh, I didn't make the Santa hat. We'll get back to the Santa hat later. So we were talking this morning about maybe moving up. Like, so the video that I just posted, we were talking about how Joeys don't start sporting their personalities until they're fully grown. But it's kind of lame because there's 2 stages that don't have really any changes outside of the size, you know? So we were thinking that teenagers is where they would actually start showing it, but it would be like an obnoxious version of the adult one because the teenagers are a more they're testing things out and throwing it at the wall, and then when you become an adult you're like more reserved, but you still have the same personality, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that idea, everybody? Let's sound off on it to get your opinion. I realized again that we need to add these wings. We need to have angel wings to the holy. Here we go. He needs to be like emo. yeah. So there's like a spiked collar Joey. Have you seen the spiked collar Joey? So maybe the spiked collar Joey, when they're a teenager, they're actually like they're just like black, like or no, like they have like bangs with like baggy jeans or something, you know. How are we feeling about this? Do we want to keep the dorsal fin and the wing? Maybe we remove the dorsal fin and it becomes a wing. Thoughts? What's our opinions on this? How do we know that our bank info will be safe though? Yeah, we still got to figure that out. Yes, that's a big deal, and something that we we can't. We're winging all of this, right? But we definitely can't wing that. So it's hilarious that I'm saying that while I'm talking about wing, but anyways, yeah. So we definitely can't wing that. So probably what we're going to do is we're going to get started on development. And then we're going to talk with lawyers to figure out what regulations we need to abide by, and then that will assuredly affect whatever development we're doing on it, kind of thing. So, yeah, I think that's it. Here we go. Cool. What do we think about that little space? Did you see what I just did there? Do we like that space? Do we want to leave this like that, with that little bump, or do we want to have it like flush? You know what I mean? Do you have an identification app in the U.S.? I don't think so. Do we? We may. You're in Switzerland, right? Keep it as is, no space. Okay, cool. This is looking so good. Definitely Holy Joey's my favorite. So we gotta make it smaller. So as they become smaller, I actually made the edges on them a little bit more subdued, kind of stretched it a little bit, shrunk it down, and then I rounded the edges just a tad on each phase. Nice little small detail, Yeah, we're on the live. Yes, and by the way, anybody who wants to join us on YouTube, I've got a more high quality, I guess, version over there. So yeah, we're doing this. Can you explain the difference between the normal, holy, and ghost joys? Yes. Yeah, let's do a recap really quick on that. So basically, as you this is kind of like, you know, a traditional fish bowl, or sorry, traditional Dolpharoo bowl. So basically, you will have your joeys, right? So as you if the water runs out, the most recently born joey will go to the graveyard. Those will randomly, like, you know, basically a new tombstone will arrive, and you can tap in this area and you'll be able to like see, you know, a history, like a log history of when your joeys died and in what order. And yeah, and then every once in a while one will appear and will kind of like go back and forth with this chain connected to it, and just like kind of go back and forth and like kind of haunt the tombstones. Yes, it is mean, but it's also your fault because you killed them. You know, you killed that joey. But anyways, if you save the joeys, they will continue to grow. And at any point, you can sacrifice one or multiple joeys, and they'll turn into like basically in-game currency that will allow you to upgrade this structure and change the structure around. So that's when they become holy joeys, and they will fly across the screen. So I made a little animation this morning. Let me show you the animation. What's new? Just joined. Hey, Biafato, how's it going? I just want to say appreciate you holding down the comments for me, hopping in. So this is the animation that we got. So yeah, as you can see, the live joeys will kind of float around up and down. Every once in a while, they'll flip back and forth. And the ghost joeys will kind of just like send you mean emojis, and they'll just like kind of haunt back and forth on the tombstone. But then also the holy joeys will fly across the screen saying speed. So yeah, exactly. You'll be able to sacrifice your joeys for the greater good, because then you'll be able to access cool little structures, you know? Make the holy joeys fly around the whole app. Like, that's a cool idea. So it would be really hard to see though once it gets out of the bowl, because then it's white. I guess we can like put a shadow on it or something. But yeah, so it's like a budgeting game. Is the game what makes it for ADHD? So yeah, you know, it's funny. This started definitely as an ADHD planner or budgeting planner, and it still is. Actually, yesterday there was a comment from let me see. I'm gonna pull up the. I took a screenshot of it and I sent it on Discord. Let me see. She's a runner. She attracts time. You're not gonna have to log. Basically, the goal is we're gonna try to sync up to your what do you call it? Sync up to your banks and your credit cards. That way, that way you can like kind of see it and be able to like it'll auto does it, so you don't have to do it all the time, because it's gonna be super frustrating. However, if you don't want to do that, you'll be able to add income and expenses as they come in there. Okay, so yeah, so somebody basically in the comments said, you know, hey, like, you know, how is this ADHD kind of thing, and then isn't this a stretch? And then somebody replied and they said not a stretch at all. I'm a psych major with ADHD. Our brains crave dopamine responses. Many have impulsive behaviors like shopping and gambling. So, they referenced Biafato said, but hyperfixation on hobbies and forgetting bills happens a lot. And yeah, so basically it's kind of funny. Like, we definitely got off the rails from the ADHD planner, but I think that it still fits really well with just this bowl. Even, I mean, there's definitely other things that we're gonna tackle hopefully in this. Hopefully we'll get past just the accessories today. But yeah, you know, like, you'll be able to, rather than like fixate on your purchases and like, I really want this thing, you would be able to fixate on saving Joey from dying, and to do that I can't spend money, you know. So that's one way of doing it. Also, the dopamine of, you know, the next week your Joeys are growing, like what kind of accessories is going to have next, let's see, you know. So really there's a lot of of that packed into just this area of the app. There's also alerts that are going to be really timely alerts focused around bills that are coming both positively and negatively in that, like, hey, this week you spent less than last week, great job kind of stuff. Obviously it's always going to have that undertone from Joey, because Joey's an asshole and will be really passive aggressive about it. But they'll still love you because you didn't unalive them. So I don't know, we'll see. And I think too, in the expenses and savings is really where we're hopefully going to get we're going to get good ADHD features out of it. But also reminders are going to be a big one too, where we can. Joey from the grave will ask you to stop. Joey the third from the grave will say that you unalive them. So just I think just being on top of it all the time and having it be this fun character Joey that is just helping you through. I don't know. I hope that it'll help. We'll see. I don't know why, but you would use it like a game. Yeah. Just if only, if you say that you had $100 per week to spend on random things and you spent 120, I could totally see people are gonna definitely add random income. Yeah. If you're invested in the game, then it'll be easier to manage your stuff. Yeah, exactly, right. So if all you do is play this for the game, as long as you don't do that, what I just said, as long as you don't do that too much, I'm sure I'm gonna do that too if I overspend a little bit. Just to, I don't want my Joey to die. I love that Joey. This morning we talked about a little bit, and I'd like to circle back on it. We're gonna talk about being able to name them. You'll be able to name all of your Joeys, which is super dope. So what you'll be able to do is you'll tap on them, and we were starting with this where the name tag kind of follows the Joey around, but. I would actually like to add more data points to this Joey. So we got born 2 weeks ago, but what if you what if we go write how the Joey's thinking about you? You know what I mean? Just a little thought that passed through Joey's head. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff too. You've saved this much since I've been alive or something. Stuff like that would be really cool to know. And so. Because of that, it's not really going to fit inside of the bowl. So I was thinking this morning that we have it in a modal like this that pops up. So you tap on them, Joey, and then this pops up. You can swipe it down, obviously. So actually, I'm going to work on that a little bit right now. I was thinking about it today, and I came up with a better idea after the live. So I'm going to work on that as we go. So if y'all got any questions, let me know. Love Joey, but Joey's supposed to be a swimming kangaroo. No, it is not a swimming kangaroo. It's a dolpharoo. Okay. Money saving Tamagotchi. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, so here we go. We've got your Joeys. We've got Joey. We've got Joey. I love this app though. I think it's I don't know. It's definitely crazy, but the way that it fell into this, that we didn't plan this at all, and now we're 2 days in, and you all are sitting here watching me do this. It's super cool. So thank you for hanging with me. Can you choose a color on the notifications? Yeah, that's a great idea. So we are going to allow customization of colors. We've got to figure out how to do it, though, because basically there's going to be positive and negative notifications, and they'll be, based on color. So this is a negative notification, or a warning, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we still have to figure that cadence out a little bit. Make it a notification. Why are you making me roll down in the deep? What you know about rolling down in the deep? There you go. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's started on TikTok. It should definitely reference TikTok somehow. So we'll see. We'll see how much we can reference TikTok. Whoa, what's that? A diamond. That's a big notification. What is that? So somebody yesterday, so like, you know, I don't get much diamonds or whatever that is, much. And somebody sent 1,000 coins up my way yesterday. And it's like $50. I didn't realize it till after, but what the hell? A diamond's probably a lot too, because that was a big animation. So, I mean, I guess no matter what, thank you so much. There you go. I'm fumbling over myself over here. So what do you think about outlining Joey like this? I don't know. I don't like it. I had this idea, and it's not really working the way that I wanted it to. So we're going to scrap it. Start from scratch. I do like the layout of this, though. So I think we're going to take it back to white. We're going to put a stroker in, put a 7. Okay, boom. Change under Joey to the text. H. Oh yeah, good call. Yep. 2 weeks. Born 2 weeks ago. Cool. You wish you were this talented. I'm not talented. Well, okay. You know, I'm gonna be real. I am talented, but it's like it's mostly because I've just been working like hard for 10 years at this. So it's like anybody can do this stuff. You just really gotta like have the passion and drive to go learn it. So there's this book that I read a little while ago called "Ego is the Enemy," and yeah, it's an awesome book. You should all read it if you're looking for that type of book. You can kind of gauge what that book's about based on the name. But anyways, he had this really good line in there about purpose, that purpose isn't something like purpose is looked at as something that you find and you're good and you're done. Okay, great, I found my purpose, I'm good. But he says basically like purpose is a verb, and that it's an action, right? It's like you're doing your passion. You're like the fact that you're doing something that fills you up and gives you purpose is your purpose, So yeah, and like really like since this whole TikTok thing started, I've been feeling that so like abundantly, and yeah. So just thank you all for giving me my passion and keeping me on the edge of my seat. Yeah. It'd be cool if you can connect to your partner but have different Joeys. Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out the legalities around sharing. Somebody asked it in the comments, or was it the live earlier? I don't remember, but I'm sure there's some regulations around that. I don't know. So we'll see. It might just end up being a you give them your password kind of thing, but I don't know. Honestly, we gotta talk to a lawyer big time about this one. I'm still figuring this one out. I don't like the layout of any of this. Maybe it's just maybe it's just Joey hanging out down here. So there is gonna be skinned Joeys. We made a pride skin yesterday. I don't know if we'll make more skins. I'm sure we will. So I don't know. That's my only concern about that's why I keep on bothering, because if it is a flag, let's say like your country's flag, you're not gonna want whatever is in the tail of the flag to be cut. You take all the credits for Pride, Joey. Yes, I'll give it to you. What if you can't have two Joeys with the same name? What was attached to them? Okay, so all Joeys will be ordered in succession, right? So every Joey born is named Joey at birth. You have to change the name. So if it's your third Joey, it will be Joey the third. However, if you change the name to like Glenn, let's say, then it will be Glenn the first. The next Joey born will again be Joey the third, because there isn't a Joey the third anymore. If you make a new Glenn, it'll be Glenn the second. Okay, so there you go. And so somebody in the Discord yesterday suggested that we make an NFT out of Joey, and initially I felt like it was like kind of a cash grab, like, you know, like we're just winging this thing, like this isn't something that we're trying to like offer value through an app that really helps people. You know, we're not like doing this just to like make money or anything. You know, but we were talking about it today, and I thought of a cool way to integrate NFT into this. What if whoever we sell like one NFT, and the owner of that NFT, they randomly, like, so let's say the owner of the NFT is named like Allison, right? Every once in a while, a Joey will, on everybody's devices, will be named Allison. Every once in a while, right? And then if Allison sells it to Tyler, then every once in a while there would be a new Joey that's actually named Tyler. What do you think about that? Would you consider buying that NFT? Would it matter to you? So like, you know, I think that Gary Vee is doing NFT in the right way that is actually going to be the only way that people in the future use it. And it's that, you know, he's using NFT in a way that brings real life value to the people who buy it. You know, I don't know if you know about VeeFriends and all of that, but anyways, Gary Vee is just he's a genius, that guy. But anyways, he has like a bunch of really cool different NFTs that offer different things to like that actually turn into real stuff, like a call with him and stuff like that, you know. And so I think that's where NFT should be going, is like the real life value that is like tangible to something like that, you know. Yeah, you're right. NFT does make it a bit complicated. So the NFTs are kind of bad for the environment right now. But basically the whole thing is that it takes the gas around minting them is the difficulty. But Ethereum, which is what NFT is built on, Ethereum is coming out with like a whole new process on how they manage their blockchain, and it's going to be it's basically going to kind of do away with that argument that it's bad for the environment, because it's going to be like really efficient apparently. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What do y'all think about this one? This layout? NFT is kind of digital art, but not all the way. Yeah, I mean, like, that's how it's used right now. But that's what I was saying, is that I think in the future, like, businesses are going to get into NFT so that, like, you know, so like Bud Light has a cruise, right? And so, like, a cruise ship that you sail around the ocean, right? And so, like, what if they sold an NFT, or even did a giveaway, right? And then people sold it from there, where you every year you get to go on the Bud Light cruise, you know, with you and a group of friends, right? Like, that's where NFT is going, because then that's real value to real people that can integrate and connect with a brand and a company, you know, which is where all real innovation it lies, right? You know, Facebook is so big because they crushed it on the way that they can integrate with advertisers and stuff like that, you know. So anyways, I think that like the companies and the brands who figure out how to use NFT right are going to be the ones. But yeah, I think right now it is a little touchy subject with the environmental concerns, which are valid right now. So yeah, but we'll see. Have you seen BlockV? They've been doing NFTs like this for the last 4 years. Really? I didn't know that. You know, so it's kind of funny. So like, I'm not doing this by myself. So I'm Nolan. I'm like the director and co-founder. My brother, his name's Tyler. He is the kind of like my business partner in all this. He's never been on the camera though, which is kind of funny. But yeah. So he's the guy who's like super into NFT, and then we just kind of chat about it. So I'm kind of just regurgitating a lot of the shit that him and I have talked about, to be honest with you. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have a little. Let's make a speech bubble. We're gonna have a little speech bubble from this Joey. Just to alleviate the confusion, let's turn this back to Joey the second. Why you write the age 2 times? Oh yeah, it was just a placeholder. But we're back. So I'm new. How will this app make money? Is it a paid app or through ads? Yeah, so all of our apps are free to download. This is kind of like indefinite for now, I guess. As long as everything keeps going the way it is. We do have one app launched. It's called Task Tree. It's an ADHD to-do list app. That one came from a comment, and yeah, it's super cool. But anyways, how we do the money on that one is how we're gonna do the money on all of them, which is every once in a while it's gonna ask you this question, if you can help support us, and so you can move this slider down to 0, or you can do it to 10 or whatever. But it's a one-time purchase. It's not an auto renew thing. So yeah, we really didn't know what to expect on like how much people would actually support us, but the first few days was a little rough, but we've got 36,000 users right now, and so far we've been averaging about 15% of them support us, which is incredibly insane. We were only expecting about 3 or 4, or hoping for 3 or 4%. So it's way bigger than we expected, and yeah. So anyways, I think if it all works out and it continues that way, we can keep doing this where that's how we make the money. So the other part is we are a design agency. We actually started doing this TikTok thing to be able to get clients, and so yeah, luckily all of this stuff that's happening on TikTok has brought in some clients for us. So it's kind of funny. It's like the design for our clients that is funding the development and continual management of these other apps. So it's like it's really weird how like they're completely separate. Like there's our development of our apps, and then there's design for our clients, and like it goes around in a circle. Like the money from that pays for development, and then yeah. So and then hopefully the apps that are getting developed will eventually be able to fund, and then yeah. So I guess if any of you have an idea and you want to be a client of ours, let me know. Yeah. Okay. I think you're doing okay. So there you go. So that's Joey's opinion of you. It would actually be really cool if you could get if it was like 1 minute ago or something like stupid, like yeah, like 1 minute. What do you guys think about the elevator music? Make sports themed Joeys. I love that. Okay, we need to make this look more speech bubble like. Different outfits for Joey. Don't worry, we've got a lot of outfits already mapped down. It's kind of funny. Like without Scott, so Scott's one of our designers. Without Scott, we wouldn't have half of the app designed still. Like we would still be just making accessories for Joey. So, but you know what though? Like that's such a ADHD thing, right? So we're leaning into it. What do you all think? I kind of like the red better. The music sounds like a Walmart version of Angry Birds. That's such a good way to put it. That's perfect. Cool. Oh, this looks so good. Joey, born 2 weeks ago. What do you think? Do you all like it? Justice for Ghost Joey. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so somebody asked about the name. So somebody named it in a live a little bit ago, and yesterday, was it? No, it was like 2 days ago. So that's where Save Joey came from. Which way? I think the other way was better, right? Cool. Okay. Oh, and we need to have one of those little draggers. There it is. Other way? Wait, are we saying this way as the other way, or the other way is the other way? Scott, how we doing? Should I go check something, Scott? So anyway, so how we decided to do this? So we're 100% designing. Okay, cool. So we're 100% designing only in the lives, but outside of the lives, we're like doing some planning. And so we today we came up with like a process, and basically the process is while I go do stuff like this and accessorize Joey, Scott is actually doing real work, which is how we ended up with most of the expenses page done. Ooh, actually, just realized we need to like. Scott, come on. Don't you know? Probably could have done that way less complicated, but that's how I did it, so. Have your names randomly spawn like you mentioned NFT owner names. Yeah, exactly, right? So you like that idea. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so anyways, on our call today, Scott and I were chatting, and we were talking about these bars because basically we want to simplify the layout as much as we can. And so we're thinking that expenses will be this tab where you get like an overall view at first of your your expenses. So these would be fixed is orange, right? This sky blue, or I guess water is the variable expenses. So fixed should actually be recurring. But yeah, and so you can kind of keep tabs on how much you had budgeted for the month, and then how much you actually spent for that month. So that way you can really keep track on like, dang, I gotta really slow down on like my miscellaneous expenses kind of stuff. But we chatted about it today that we're gonna try to make this like open, like so that you can get a more like, so you can get the bird's eye view, and then you can get the worm's view, or I don't think that was right? I don't know. So yeah, so Scott was just poking me. Looks like we've got these. So definitely, Scott, we should make these black text, right? Well, let's see. Contrast tool. So I've got this contrast tool that tests the contrast for colorblind folks. So let's see. It's a AAA. Nice. So yeah, that's my only concern, Scott, is it would be nice if these could be the same style, but just like somehow be labeled by color somehow, a little bit less intense, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're colorblind? So I'm really bad red-green colorblind. It's funny, I'm a designer, but the good thing is it doesn't come up that often. But yeah, basically, if there's like red text on green, I just can't read it. My wife makes fun of me. Oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, would this be like way down, toned down, I guess? It's kind of cool. Oh, also, Scott, it would be really cool to be able to see the actual graph without opening it too. You know what I mean? You'd like to be smart, but I'm not. So, what do all those words mean? Yeah, maybe we have to like be more like write these out better. Basically, recurring is going to be like bills that you pay every month, like like Netflix and rent or whatever. Variable would be like gas bill or water bill, like stuff that happens every month, but like it could be more, it could be less, around this thing. Then miscellaneous will be stuff that you like don't even Amazon shopping or whatever, like clothes or whatever. What actually would be really dope is if we could create multiples. I know that's crazy on dev, but what if you could we should really make it so that you could build move these around, so maybe like groceries is a big one for you, so you want to have that at the high level. I don't know. Your colorblindness is anti-Christmas. There's not already. Can you add savings goal like trip or expensive item you want? Oh, that is a really awesome idea. I love that. So we do have a savings tab. It was going to be mostly focused on debt pay down, and like kind of like comparing like real cash flow, comparing like what's in your bank to like what you owe to credit cards. But that is a really cool idea to add to savings. Let me write that down so we hit that on the savings. Plan for big expenses inside of the savings screen. Cool. Scrin. Is it gonna bother you all if I leave it with like Scrin? Should I do it? There you go. I fixed it. Ha! Bye. You all know it's there now, don't you? You're thinking about it, aren't you? Are you thinking about it? Let's go see it. Oh no, it's still screen. Isn't that how you spell screen? Okay, there you go. I did it. I fixed it. You're welcome. Oh gosh. Okay. So, what's next on our journey? Yeah, I think I take back my idea on it's like an itch on your brain. Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that these are good categories. Maybe we just need to like put like a question mark or something to like be able to like make sure people know what they are. This is really cool. I love the vibe. Cool. It'd be cool, Scott, if these were like almost like table cells. You know what I mean? Like kind of like this, but like obviously pretty, right? That way it's kind of like you know the date of what it is, what it is, and then the cost, you know? I think that'd be really good. Can you make it so we can customize what's on the expenses page, like if I want a groceries tab too? Okay, I was just thinking about that too. Because yeah, that would, as it stands, go under the variable. But you know what? Maybe you know, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. API or have it manually inputted. We're planning on using the Plaid API because yeah, the Plaid handles a lot of banks and all of the security and stuff. So honestly, we really haven't researched that just yet. So we're going to be diving into that really soon. I think Dev, we might even start mapping Dev out next week. So what does savings mean? Right? I totally agree with that statement. Me personally, I can't wait until little Joey dies. I'm gonna name them after my kids, so that way I keep them alive better. But then also it's because of my kids that I don't have savings. So there's the conundrum that we're dealing with right there. That's cool. Yeah, maybe we should do logos. My only concern with logos is it's going to be tough to develop that, Scott. Like, you know, like basically we're going to have a library. But I don't know if there's yeah, it's too risky, Scott. It's too risky. It's too risky. Oh, what does it mean? Okay, sorry. Yeah, oh, like what the savings tab is going to be, you mean? Yes, so good thing Sydney Bundrid, one of our developers, his name's Ted. He lives in the UK. What's the town he lives in? It's Leicester? Let me see. I'm gonna go check. Don't look at my Slack. Is it Leicester? I don't think so. Here we go. Oh yeah, I just talked about it actually. Here we go. Where does he live? Where does he live? Where does he live? Jesus, I can't find it. Anyways, he lives in the UK somewhere. You know, an option to not API. Yes, definitely we're going to be able to, we're going to do that for you. It is going to be gnarly though, right? But yeah, essentially, these two are going to solve that problem, and also people who don't have like fixed incomes and fixed expenses too. You'll be able to like add stuff and override it, kind of thing. So yeah. Where I live, APIs are not safe for banks, and banks don't cover it if stolen. Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, honestly, that part does make me scared, and so we're gonna have to like figure out the best ways to secure it and make sure that you all are covered. Because I think I said earlier, like, you know, we're definitely winging this whole thing. Like, you know, we're 3 days in. You can tell that it's a mess from the Figma file, but yeah, you know, we're like, we can't wing that. You know, we really gotta make sure that's good. So weekly income 1,800. Yeah, right. I just put a random number. It wasn't real. Yeah. Also, too, if you're making 1,800 and your expenses are 800, that's you're crushing it. You're like, yeah. Okay, so what do we do with this live? We got this Joey, and that's about it. Let's go do some real work. So maybe Scott, I'm really thinking that we should make this almost like task tree lists, in the sense that you can like create categories and then put line items inside of them, but then, you know, basically make a section, add a feature to that where you can collapse the list. So by the way, everybody, we have another app called Task Tree, and I just pulled over some of the designs. But you know what, we try to, as much as we can, switch over, basically bring designs from one app into the next, and just like change some small things about it. So yeah, that'll help on dev, you know what I mean? So I suggest you look at the app at One Money for inspiration. Use it daily. Okay, cool. One Money. Thanks a bunch. I appreciate that. I'm gonna check that out. Cool. So we're gonna be making our own categories. So I think that we should definitely have some default categories, like recurring bills should be one. And then yeah, you know, it's really cool. Like, we've already got this design, right, Scott? So just, yeah, exactly. Just use that same one. I think we switch out. Actually, you know what, Scott? We've literally already got symbols too, right? Here, let me go copy the actual symbol from Task Tree. Yeah, hell yeah. Duh. What are we doing, Scott? Task checklist. There we go. So yeah, so in Task Tree, basically, as you create tasks, you can add icons to each of the tasks. So look at this, we've already got it set up for ourselves, and it's in auto layout. Yeah, and yes, all around yes. Sorry, I'm just getting excited that we're like able to reuse something really easily, because yeah, that saves a lot of time on development. So my hope is to eventually that we have a design system for ourselves that we can that we're able to use and across all of our apps to basically make it so that we have like way quicker dev times on it. So and actually too, what happens if you have an overdue bill? This is perfect. We already have an overdue style. So God, everyone, this is awesome. Cool. Joey Coin. Yes, I love it. So Joey Coin, so I had talked about it a little bit ago. We're thinking of making an NFT out of Joey, but it's not just like, you know, a cash grab. It's like the idea is that whoever owns the coin or the NFT, randomly, all users will randomly get, like, so say that the coin, so my name's Nolan. Let's say that I own the coin. Every once in a while, whenever you get a new Joey, it'll actually be born named Nolan. And that goes for every user on the app, you know? So, yeah. So I think it's fun. It's like one of those things that's like, like such a small thing, but somebody's gonna care about that, you know. But yeah. So what do you all think about that? Also, yesterday we thought of the idea of doing this as well. So I think that we should do this. Hey, so actually, Crazy, we are right now streaming on YouTube live. So if you want to go check out the better stream, here's the links. Also, there's just in general, those are all the links. Let's go check out. Yeah. Dev names should randomly appear. Yeah, I like that idea. So we've got Scott designing. I'm designing. We've also got Ted and Dylan who will be developing on this project. So we do have a pride. Don't worry. Yeah. So we have 2 prides actually. So we have that, and then we have the skin version. Cha. Came from TikTok. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't really watched in the chat over there. So this is actually my first time streaming on YouTube or Twitch or anything. So yeah, learning as we go. For savings, can you add the interest that you get every month, or do we have to do that manually? Yeah. Like you're talking like credit card APR type stuff. Is that what you're talking about? You're doing fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I usually rely on flow state a lot. Like, yeah, like whenever I'm doing like really detailed stuff, you might notice that I like just stop talking because you know, it's funny. Design, I definitely rely on flow state, but even more than that, whenever I'm developing, I have to be listening to music like jamming, and I probably couldn't tell you what I did. You know what I mean? Like, but it worked. You know what I mean? I think that's how other developers are, but I could be wrong. Yeah. No, money that you have in the savings account, the money that sits and collects interest. Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that probably. I guess it'll depend on what we get from Plaid. So Plaid will be the service that we use to connect in there, and like to connect to your bank accounts. And in that, you'll get like hopefully it'll get the APRs, or sorry, what is it? APY, right? Annualized progress per year or something. It's APY, right? Isn't it? I don't know. I had a savings account for a few months, and then I didn't have Joey to keep me honest. So yeah. Anyways, let me get back to it. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was working on this fishbowl. Annual percentage yield. There you go. APY. There it is. I was right. Oh, okay. Are you coding both Android and iOS? Yeah, so we use a framework called Flutter, and basically it spits out code into iOS and Android. And so yeah, so Task Tree, was our first app. We did that in Flutter, so we launched on iOS and Android at the same time. Actually, Android was like a day early because we got the night on Apple before we were approved. So yeah. So I'm using Figma to do all these designs, and yeah, you can actually go check out the Figma file if you want by going to this link, this Joey Bowl link. Because at the time I was naming it Joey Bowl, and then somebody came up with the name for Save Joey. It's so perfect. Can you reset it if Plaid doesn't connect to your bank? Yes, definitely. Definitely you can. Flutter? Have not heard of this. It's in Dart. And is it Kotlin as well? I don't know. Good thing. So it's a cool thing. So I'm a developer and a designer. I definitely consider myself a designer first, but I know React and yeah. We luckily with all of this stuff that's been happening on the channel, we've been able to have some devs come hit us up, and both of them or all of them really so far have been Flutter devs. So I think it's definitely the new thing. And it was awesome. It was a cool moment for me because the like basically like once we brought on those devs, I was able to see just how much I'm like holding back all the design and everything by micromanaging. So I'm new to managing. I started this agency when COVID hit, and so like I was just a freelancer before then, and so it's been. Hold up, is there an evil Joey for when you're late paying your bills? No, Joey just dies. Yeah, Joey just dies. Oh, when you're late paying bills. Shit, that is something. Let me think on that for a sec. But I'm on a roll. Hold up. Yeah. So am I on a roll still? Yes. Anyways, okay, there you go. So at the time I had like developed a beta version in React, and then we got 2 Flutter devs come in, and they're flying without me, and I couldn't touch it because I didn't know Dart and I didn't know Flutter. So I really for the first time as a manager, really let go, and that was when it was really eye opening, and I was like, okay, I gotta let go on everything, and so I still haven't let go. But I hope Scott will tell you that I'm getting better at letting go. So we'll see. I'm definitely learning on the job. So is there a feature to name the Joey a different name? Yes. So every time you tap on a Joey, it will pull up this pop-up. Where's the pop-up? Here it is. This is the pop-up. And so it'll give you a little speech bubble of what it's thinking about you, and then you'll be able to tap this button to edit the name and change it. Maybe we'll make it so that way, like, people who just like hate the name Joey can like change all of their future Joeys to something. I don't know. I don't like that idea. I kind of like it staying to Joey, but it would be annoying for you to have to rename a Joey every time if you just hate Joey. So each Joey is a category. No. So yeah, let's let me really quickly explain how the process goes. So as you spend the money, or your money for the week goes away, and so does your water. So all of the Joeys will start to crowd around this little valley where they get the last breaths of water. And so once you overspend, your most recently born Joey dies. But if your Joey, if you don't spend all of your money, like if you leave it here, then a new Joey will appear the next week, which will be a tadpole Joey. So then you can, if you keep that Joey alive, it'll turn to a baby, then to a teenager, and then to a fully grown Joey. Now we're going to figure out how to upgrade this structure and change it around. And so you'll be able to sacrifice your Joeys to turn them into a holy Joey in order to serve your purpose of changing the settings around a little bit. Also, as you go, you can create new bowls, new Dolpharoo bowls, and you'll be able to put those in there. And so my thinking is that you'll be able to like tap and hold, and then drag to the side, and then it'll trigger like this to swipe over kind of thing. So so that's it. What's the one on the chain? Yeah, so if Joeys die, they go to the graveyard, and every once in a while a Joey will kind of just like sit here and like circle back and forth, and they'll also send you where is it? I thought I had one somewhere. Oh yeah, here you go. I'm curious, are you gonna make sure someone doesn't have to have 100 Joeys? Yeah. Hold up. Let me get back to that really quick. I'll answer that. But yeah, so every once in a while the Joey will just like send like an emoji that's angry at you or something like that. So, but yeah. So what happens if it gets overcrowded? So we solve that with the multiple bowls situation. It's going to be on you to decide. Obviously, like frame rate will be a concern and all of that. Like Figma is actually pretty. The frame rate is a little low sometimes on heavy animations, so we'll see how it goes. But or sorry, not Figma. Flutter is. But anyway, so my thinking is that you'll drag them out into the other bowl as you go, kind of thing. So so that way you yourself will manage the overcrowdedness, and then you can just choose to sacrifice a bunch at once to clear it out. So here's the dark mode. We made this yesterday. So dark mode. Yeah, so basically the water gets a little darker. That's how it goes. So yeah. You should make the number of Joeys you have like a currency so you can trade them to decorate the bowl. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you'll that's the sacrificing. So when you sacrifice, they turn into a holy Joey. So yeah. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I am out of here. It was awesome hanging with you this week. I think I'm gonna take the weekend off, and then we'll get back to Joey Saga on Monday. So thank you for hanging with me. Appreciate you all. Yeah. Thank you for doing this with me. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Good live.